Alright, let's start with our exercise 7. Now you have already seen this data. Okay, let's take a look at this one again. So this is the data that we have, and if you remember, when I have this none type data inside, it will create some complicacy when plotting. So we can do something like this simply: data of is none data. Okay, I assign those things to 0. I make this 0. So I convert those none value to 0. Okay, so that will actually make the handling much easier. Okay, now say I want to plot the data. Okay, now so this one was our data from Buet, this one's from Kuwait, then Ruet, Chuet and IIT, and this is from CSE department, Tripoli department, and so on, if you remember. Now say I want to do some plotting here. Now you can actually also go here. So if I come here, this was our first column, and if you remember, I can go to this plots tab, and if I open here, you will see there are actually lots of different types of plots. Now we don't have time to actually explain each and every one of those things, so you can actually try to explore some of those things by yourself. You don't need to go through all of those things, because these are some of the toolbox plots. These are related to this particular task. Okay, now some of the things, some of the more common plot, like this kind of histogram plot, pie plot. Okay, we actually use this again and again, so try to do visualize those things by yourself a little bit. Okay, so let's do this pie 3 plot. It will create a three-dimensional pie plot. Okay, as you can see, the third dimension also added here. Okay, it is similar to the pie plot as well. Okay, this is another one. So just try to visualize, try to explore by yourself, and you will not see they are actually very simple, nothing to worry about. So what we want to do here now is called, I want to create a plot of these things. I will do the bar plot. Okay, so this was our first bar plot. Okay, so let's take a look and let's dock it. Okay, now so this one means this is the data of Tripoli CSE department. Okay, if you look at here, the first one was from CSE department, the second one was from Tripoli, and so on. So this 2 means this is Tripoli department, 3 means some other department, and so on. So here, as you can see, here the labeling is actually much more important now. Okay, so if you actually plot some labels here like this way, X label, what does it actually mean? X label means departments. Okay, so the departments appear, then Y label is number of students. If you plot like this way, that is actually going to make more sense to your data. Otherwise, yeah, another person will not understand what does this data actually represents, what does this figure actually represents. So when you are actually doing this kind of plotting, always use these things: X label, Y label, define those things. Now say I want to plot another one. Okay, now please don't just use this plot option always, and try to understand how you actually write the code by yourself. Okay, because in many times you will say this is actually very much necessary for you to understand how to write this by yourself. Okay, many of the times you will not be able to use that. Later on you will see. Okay, so take a look at the code as well. So I was creating this bar plot. Okay, let's just copy it. Let's create the bar plot of 2. But do that, before doing that, I have to create the figure. Otherwise my this one will be gone. So I create this figure, then I bar plot of 2. Okay, so let's take a look at here. This was our second plot. So this one was our data from Buet. So this one was our data from, say for example, it was probably from Ruet. Okay, but as you can see, it is actually creating some complicacy. The complicacy is that these two figures are not in the same window. Okay, since there are total 5 university here, 5 university, if I create 5 different plots, if I want to compare between these two levels, it is very difficult to compare. So if somehow, if I can plot all of those things in the same window, it will be much more easy to visualize those things. Okay, did you get my point? So we can actually do it very easily. That is something that is called subplot. Okay, okay, let's see what does subplot means. So let's do here, let's get another figure, keep it here. Now we define subplot like this. Subplot, So there are total 5. So let's see what actually, let's take a look. 3 comma 2 comma 1. 3 comma 2 means there in the subplot there is going to be 3 rows, 2 columns. That means there are total 6 plots can be there, and this one means this is the first one. Okay, let's see. You will understand automatically if you look at the option here. So let's talk it. So as you can see, this is my figure option, and it has been divided into 1 2 3 4 5 6 3 by 2 matrix, and this is the first position. Okay, now what you do here, let's place this bar plot here. The bar plot, the first data actually placed in this position. Okay, and let's give the title. Let's give the title as weight. Okay, so this is the data from weight. What I do next is I call this subplot 3 comma 1 3 comma 2 comma 2. Okay, the first two elements is the size, and now I am going to the next position, this second position. It's like this way. So a new position will be appear here. Okay, now we plot bar of data of 2, the second column. Sorry, the second column. As you can see, this is the data of weight, so we add the title here. Okay, now if I want to go here, so I will write same thing, the subplot 3 comma 2 comma 3. This is the third position. This data will be created, then plot the bar plot of third. Okay, so I believe this is the data of weight. Okay, then do it. Similarly, go plot subplot here 4, then 5. If we do it, if we keep doing it like this way, now as you can see, we can actually differentiate these things much more easily. Okay, so I can say the first, that was the CSE department, has 120 students here, but here I also have 120, but Kuwait, and this Kuwait has 100 students. Okay, if I plot IUT, we'll see it will have less number of students. So in this way, using the subplot option, okay, you can actually visualize the data much more easily. When you have multiple data, if you want to plot those things in a single window, you can use the subplot option. Okay, and add necessary labels and other titles and so on. So it will actually make things more clear. One other thing is that, say, let's say another thing. Let's go to the fourth option. So bar plot of data 4. Okay, let's add something here as well. Let's make it R. What will happen? It will add some color to it. As you can see, all the departments has data of 80. Okay, 80 students there. If you try to take a look, all the students was 80 into it. So the color can also be changed. So if I change the color, so different one with a different color, it also make the visualization much more easy. Okay, so let's again do something like this 5, and let's plot IT there. Okay, let's plot IT there with, say, for example, the green color. Okay, sorry, this green color. Now as you can see, the data is actually colored as green, and 5 6 there is nothing there, so because the 5th and 6th department does not exist. So I believe you got the idea how to actually create this subplot. Okay, so here and so let's finish this thing.